Good morning, folks. We got a special edition of the WatchDog show due to some things going on in town, mainly with this guy right here, Jack Douglas. He's the worst of the worst, spineless. He's the best friend of Dave Elms, founder of TER, which is the eroticreview.com. Don't go there. Don't sign on. You'll risk what you have. Jack Douglas has a lot of power over people like Joe Arpaio. Joe Arpaio thinks he's going to run for governor. He's crazy because he can't even bust this guy. This is a guy that abuses escorts in every way. And also, he is the worst thing on Craigslist. If he gets your IP and email, you're done. Most people, he just sells the information and things like that. But if he decides that you're somebody he doesn't like, and he doesn't like minorities, he doesn't like gays, he doesn't like bis, he doesn't like... If you're not of the pasty white boy club, he may target you. I know people he's ruined their ventures, their lives, and I speak with them on a daily basis. Actually, this picture of him came from somebody he ripped off. Billionaire Mafia Clothing. Now, Sheriff Joe Arpaio has a problem. He doesn't. He busted this guy only when it got to murder for hire. It had to go that far. Joe Arpaio let him operate up there in the ways he did until it was that way. The problem is with Joe Arpaio, Clarence Dupnick, Jack Harris, and our TPD chief. They all have a problem. They bust Jack Douglas for his harassment, basically abusing an escort. Abusing somebody who can't call the police for protection is like kicking a chained-up dog. And that's basically what he does. He kicks chained-up dogs. You could become one of his targets, because if you're on Craigslist and you're married and you're doing things, if he says... There's a lot of people who abuse Craigslist for reasons. There's another company, Choker Traffic, that basically they're the ones that send you the thing and say, join the site. I don't see that as bad as what Douglas does. What Douglas does is he takes your email, sells it, and I know Jack Douglas. I spoke with him on a daily basis on the phone. He tried selling me your names and all this crap, and basically he never realized who I was. That I would take him on, because everybody's always back down to him because he's got something on him. Bottom line, if you use Craigslist, you're in serious danger. I read a whole bunch of posts that were forwarded to me, copied and pasted and emailed to me when I got back into my office yesterday. And bottom line, Craigslist is the most dangerous place in the world. And don't get me wrong, this guy's in the RV category, he's in the general. He collects and sells information. Now, the fact is if you respond to one of his fake ads, or when he writes, hey, is that item for sale? And you respond back, he has your IP. That IP can take you right to your house. From that, he can send stuff to your house, to your job. He can ruin your life. Now, somebody on there had pointed out formatted site. There's a couple free formatted sites. The problem is everybody has a Craigslist addiction. They really believe those ads are real, and there are a portion that are real. I talked to a few site owners yesterday. One was from nsatag.com. He's very familiar with the antics that go on. He's one that started running IPs and found out that most everything is junk on there. And if you use MX Toolbox and you run www.barkpartners.com and run the IP from it, it's a spam site. It's his. He's a worthless site builder. Everything I put on here is true, or I wouldn't say it because he would sue me. Of course, he has no grounds to sue anybody because he's the bad guy. Now, if you use nsatag.com, this owner is making it so you basically have to, be approved to get on there. I spoke with him about that. It may shy some people away, but I think it's a good idea, even if you're married on there. The other one that in town that is free, that a friend of mine, a woman in town owns, is 5starswingers.com. And that's another one. Once you get on there and you're responding back and forth to people, you're not giving up your IP and you're not giving up your email until you choose to. And I can tell you that Jack Douglas is banned from both of those sites. Sites like that have ways to keep Jack off. Craigslist has a way to keep Jack off, but they don't because they like all the page views and activity. That's what it's about. Craigslist doesn't care if somebody's hurt or if your marriage is busted up or you lose your job, just as long as they get the page views. The bottom line is, this guy right here is the worst. And guys like this, and this right here, and this right here, are afraid to bust him. If they want to bust him, I got plenty of ammo for them. What are they going to bust him for? Some of the things that this guy's doing. They're harassing escorts. He's running the escorts. So if you want to bust the escort trade and all that, well, bust the guy that's running it. This guy is basically America's pimp. He profits from the prostitution industry, and as he does that, like I said, it's like beating a dog on a chain. They can't go anywhere, they can't complain, and guys like this send his people out, his agents out to bust the escorts. Well, start at the top, Sheriff Joe. Right here. He's the guy running TER, one of the worst sites in the world. Folks, this is the WatchDog Show. I'm telling you, people have Craigslist addictions. I'm not trying to steer business, because what we're doing is there's 3 free sites. Craigslist, nsatag.com, and 5starswingers.com. The latter 2 are local sites. Craigslist is not. Craigslist is a cesspool, and in that cesspool is crap like this. Jack, I'm talking to you and you know it. You haven't got the balls to call me. You know, you're the most worthless person I have ever met in my life, and I've been around the block a few times. Get a life, and this guy's not even smart enough to leave me alone. If he left me alone, I'd leave him alone. But as long as he's messing with people in Tucson, I will be on Jack Douglas's ass.